In this session, we will learn some more details about input split. This is how an input split looks like. It has 4 private member variables. File variable stores the path of the file from where the data is read. Start variable stores the start offset of the split. Length variable stores the length of the split. And the host variable stores the address of the data nodes where the blocks referenced by these splits are stored. So clearly input split does not contain the actual data. It is just a reference to already existing blocks in the HDFS cluster. Let's see some more details about input split. Let's consider log.txt file of size 284 MB. This file is divided into 3 blocks. First block of size 128 MB is stored in data node 1. Second block of size 128 MB is stored in data node 2. And third block of size 28 MB is stored in data node 3. Size of the input split plays a major role in computing the input split. By default, input split size is equal to the HDFS block size. In our case, HDFS block size is 128 MB. Hence, the input split size is also 128 MB. This is how the first split looks like. It stores the path of the log.txt file. Start offset is 0. Offset of the first split will always be 0. Split size or length is 128 MB. So this split will refer to the first block of the file. It also contains the location of all the data nodes on which this block is stored. Similarly, second split offset starts from 128 MB. Hence it will refer to the second block of the file. And finally, third split offset starts from 256 MB. So it will refer to the last block of the file. Now the record reader in the first map task will open the file using fsdata input stream. And then it will move the read pointer to the start offset. In this case, the start offset is 0. After moving its read pointer to the start offset, it will start reading each record from that offset. Similarly, the record reader in second map task and the record reader in third map task will open the file using fsdata input stream and move the read pointer to the respective start offset, and then they will start reading records from that offset. Earlier we saw that text input format defines each line as a record. So the record reader must read a line and then generate key and value. If you observe the first block and second block clearly, you will see that split boundary and line boundary does not coincide. They do not end at the same position. So what will happen when the record reader in the first map task starts reading the last line of the split? Will it read only the part of the line and leave rest of the line to the record reader in the second map task? No, it will not do that. It is the responsibility of the record reader to read the complete line, even though part of the line is in the next input split. Record reader uses fsdata input stream to read the data. fsdata input stream has information about all the blocks of the file. It also wraps API that can read data from different data nodes by making RPC calls. In our case, record reader in the first map task will go ahead and read the complete line from the next split stored on data node 2. Now what will the record reader in the second map task do? Will it read the data that has already been read by the record reader of the first map task? No, it will not read the data once again. Record reader in the second map task will check its offset. Here the offset is non-zero. Earlier we saw that only the offset of first split is 0. So all the record readers whose offset is non-zero will move their start position till they encounter end of line, so that they can skip the line that has already been read by the previous record reader. In this way, the record readers in all the map tasks will make sure that none of the records are skipped and all the records are read only once. There is one more point you need to keep in mind. Earlier we saw that the default input split size is equal to HDFS block size. You can change the split size to be different from HDFS block size. But you have to be very careful while doing this. There is a reason why split size is equal to block size. Suppose the split size is changed to 256 MB and block size is still 128 MB. In that case, the first split will include first two blocks of the file. So the record reader of the first map task has to read the first two blocks of the file. As a result, the second block has to be transferred across the network from data node 2 to data node 1. Transferring data across the network is a very expensive operation, and data locality optimization is also lost here. Hence, the block size is considered to be the optimal size for input split. That was all about input split in MapReduce framework. Thank you for listening to this session.